Hello there, Capricorns, and welcome back to my channel. This is Awakened Healings with Jess. I'm here to bring you your mid-month energy report for May. This will cover the dates of the 15th to the 31st, which is basically to the end of the month, and should start to carry you over into June. So this is a general reading. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Again, keep in mind that not everything may resonate with you, so that's okay. Just take what does, leave what does not. What does not resonate, just try not to force it into any of your storylines or anything that's going on in your life. You may also want to check out your other signs for your moon sign, Venus sign, rising sign, because those may have messages that may resonate a little bit better for you, just in case. It's just food for thought. Anyway, so before we get too much further into this, I'd like to ask you to join me in creating sacred space, okay? Just take a nice deep cleansing breath, release anything that's troubling you, anything that feels heavy or burdensome, let it go. All right, here we go. Okay, great. Awesome. So let's get started. So while I'm shuffling, I'm going to be using the Goddess of the Moon Oracle deck, and I'm going to be pulling 3 cards. This is going to give us some theme cards for us to think about for the remainder of the month. So we are right now in May, mid-May. We are in Taurus season still. This is a great energy for us to be healing our souls, healing our hearts and minds, and sort of recuperating from everything that went on in the month of April. So April was a pretty big month cleansing-wise. It required us to do a lot of cleansing, do a lot of purging, and do a lot of releasing, more so than what was originally anticipated by many. So, yeah, so what we're doing is we're closing timelines, we're ending major cycles, karmic cycles, and which sometimes includes ending karmic relationships. And that can be difficult. That's difficult because, you know, sometimes these karmic relationships, they've lasted years, you know. The only tragedy of karmics, and this is romantic situations, family members, and friends, is that they end. They come to a natural conclusion because they're here to teach us lessons. And once those lessons are learned for both parties, it's time for people to move on to other karmic situations, or maybe if you're lucky to find your twin flame, right? But anyway, so yeah, so that was a big month, and the energy that people are feeling is can be a little bit confusing, and you know there's still some attachment towards the past and a little bit of reluctance to move towards the future just yet. But we'll talk about that. So your theme cards is you have pleasure reversed. Okay, and I feel like this is something that's coming through for a lot of the signs in some shape, form, or fashion. It's a form of pleasure or a form of keeping things playful and light. And yeah, absolutely. Because it's reversed, um, I feel like some of you may just be focusing on the burden, focusing on the past hurts, or you know the heaviness of the situation that you just released. But pleasure is coming in right now to remind you just to, you know, enjoy life as it is right now. Enjoy life where you're at, and find a certain sense of contentment with where you are. Because if you're able to do that, that means that you're present. You know, you're not worrying about the past. You're not really worrying about the future, but you're able to be in the here and now, and you're able to smile about something. You're able to laugh about something and feel good about that. And usually, just a small sense of joy, or a small pleasurable, you know, experience can really do wonders for the soul. You know, it can help flip this energy of heaviness, of, I don't want to call it mourning, but this energy of heaviness, of this energy of sadness, you know, and anything else that goes with releasing people, situations. Okay, so I'm going to put that over here. Next up is resilience. I like that. This is upright. So I feel like, Capricorns, that you are able to bounce back from what was experienced. You know, so if you did release karmic relationships, you know, you're strong. You're strong, and you're able to bounce back, and you're able to get back in your groove and understand that what had to happen needed to happen in order for you to ascend, in order for you to start your new cycle. A lot of my previous videos, there's the one in May, and then both of the videos from April really go into depth about the cycles and what's really going on. I also have like a small mini healing energy report for the dates of 8 through 15 May, so check that out because that also goes into depth. I'm trying to save some time by avoiding explaining the whole thing. So if you need some clarification, just go ahead and check out some of the previous videos because it does go into depth for you. And then you have assessing. Yeah, this one comes up a lot too, and you know, this is telling us, hey, you know, it's time to assess what happened and assess where you are now and assess where you want to go in your next cycle, okay? So yeah, this is about gaining introspection, gaining information, and really determining where you're at in this journey and really getting a good foundation for your starting point, okay? So that way your cycle can really start and you can feel comfortable in what's coming in for you at this time. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do a 5-card spread. I'm going to use the Osho Zen Tarot deck. Pulling 5 cards, and then I'm going to use clarifier cards for the with the Untamed Truth Oracle deck. All right, so here we go. Let's see what comes out. Oh, first up, clinging to the past. Okay, this is the 5 of water. Okay. Oh, I can't take any of those. These was too much. I'll take this one. This is intensity. This is the Knight of Fire. Came in reversed. Okay. Gosh. I don't know why my cards are feeling different right now. I'm gonna shake them up a little bit. I'm having trouble. Do it this way. I'm having trouble shuffling. The Master, reversed. Traveling, 8 of Fire. Yeah. Oh, 15 card, Major Arcana card, conditioning. Okay, I like that. Bottom of the deck, the Source, reversed. This is Ace of Fire. Okay, so some reversals here. Several reversals. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of the 5 are reversed. You're clinging to the past. That's what's central to your reading. This is your energy, and this is where you're at. So this is the 5 of water here. This is the 5 of cups in the regular Rider-Waite tarot deck. And this card, what I'm feeling is, if you recall from the Rider-Waite tarot deck, the 5 of cups is a man weeping over 3 spilled cups in front of him. The way he doesn't realize is that there's 2 cups behind him that are just waiting for him to turn around and be like, hello, we're new opportunities for you. But he can't because he's too busy crying over the 3 spilled cups. And I feel like this is what's going on for you, is that you're clinging to the past. I feel like the past are those 3 spilled cups, right? Yeah. And, you know, like I was talking about earlier in the intro, is that we are all ending karmic cycles, okay? And this is a big cycle. All of our lives, first of all, operate in cyclical fashion, okay? Everything happens, yeah, in cycles. So we're ending one that dates back to 2012 and beyond, and we're starting a new one, okay? And this is something bigger than ourselves. This is something that the planets are aligning to support. The astrology is supporting this major up-leveling, this major new start, okay? And it's creating the conditions and creating the energy to dismantle old timelines and to dismantle that, you know, the framework, the old framework of that cycle that we are all ending, okay? Whatever that means for you. Perhaps some of you are clinging to the past, and this could be maybe a past version of yourself. Maybe it's old thought patterns. Maybe it's old storylines you used to follow and you used to tell yourself. And now that those are gone, now that you know, those are no more. It's like, okay, well, I don't know how to be in this new energy yet. So I'm just sort of reverting back to what feels natural to me and comfortable, which is what I know, right? Which is stuff from the past. Just, you know, same old, I suppose. But I think when you make your peace with knowing that the past is no longer serving you and that you've outgrown your past, I think really that's a big takeaway, is to have you guys realize that you know the past is going to keep you small if you go back to that. This is about you up leveling yourself and expanding yourself and growing, okay? By you clinging to this past, you're blocking the fire energy from coming in. This is a night of fire. This is intensity. And what intensity represents is inspirational energy. This is quick, fast fire energy coming in for you to bring inspiration, passion, motivation. And this isn't romantic type, you know, love or energy. This is passion and motivation for your life. This is that energy that lights you up, that makes you get up every single day and say, you know what, I have an amazing life. I have everything that I want, or I'm working towards this goal and it's coming in, right? I mean, everything's lining up. So because you still have attachments to the past and you're fearful of letting go and you're perhaps doubtful and resentful, all of that is blocking this new energy from coming in. Because you even have it in your bottom of the deck card. This is the source card. This is the Ace of Fire. And the source is the source of inspiration, the source of all creative energy. The source is the solar plexus energy. That's where we house our intuition, our creative powers, our passions, our motivations. That's where that's housed. And this is reversed, right? Yeah. And the reason why it's reversed is because there's still attachments to things that were once familiar, you know? You have the Zen Master coming in, he's coming in reversed. But when he comes in, his lesson is to say, you know what? Let go of pre-programmed thought. Let go of the mind. The mind is what's keeping you stuck. It's the loop thinking. It's the attachments. It's the stories that you tell yourself that are keeping you stuck in this energy. The Zen Master comes in to say, you know what? The only way to ascend and the way to gain peace and enlightenment and to come into alignment with yourself is to lead from the heart, to lead from the soul, and to really get down into your solar plexus, to trust your intuition. Because right now it's blocked. Right now you're blocking it. Right now you're shutting it down. Right now it's, yeah, you're disregarding that. And the Zen Master is saying, no, get out of here. The mind does not control you. What controls you is your heart. What controls you is your intuition. Follow your intuition and it will not steer you wrong. But all this is reversed because this is a lesson that needs to be learned right now and to be understood. Because again, the Knight of Fire and the Source, the Ace of Fire, are both reversed. This can't come in, or it's coming in slowly, or you're just flat out blocking it, depending on how strongly you're clinging to the past. So up next is the Eight of Fire. Eight of Wands in the regular Rider-Waite tarot deck. Both talk about traveling. Eight of Wands upright in Rider-Waite is all about traveling. It's all about fast-moving energy. It's all about fast communication and passionate communication. That's the Rider-Waite deck. However, here in Osho Zen, this traveling card is all about your spiritual up-leveling. It's going to the next destination. So you're down here, right, at sort of at the base camp, you know, of this mountain. And you're looking up and you're like, all right, well, I've already climbed those mountains. Now I'm getting ready to climb this one. And the summit is somewhere up in the clouds, but I just know I have to keep going up. And how you get there, you don't know. There's different roadways and switchbacks, and, you know, there's probably different paths and shortcuts in here and there. But really, what this card is telling you is it's not about the destination. Because once you get to the summit of that point, and you get to where you want to go, you're like, all right, cool, well, conquered that. Now what? What's next? Where's the next mountain? Where am I going next? Right? Then it's like, all right, well, you're there. The point of this card is for you to learn the lessons of life, learn the lessons that you need to know for this new cycle that you're starting through your journey. It's all about the journey, not the destination. And the journey is where you're going to up level and grow, and you're going to meet some really interesting people to help you along your ascension path, to help you learn the lessons, to help you ascend, and may offer you a helping hand when you fall and stumble. It'll happen, you know, but you just have to get back up and keep going and move on, right? And perhaps along the journey you may meet some other karmics, you know, and learn lessons from them and maybe love them, but perhaps their time will expire and you're just going to have to send them off with love and light. And I think the big lesson that we're dealing with right now is learning how to do that, learning how to release people with grace and with love and light, and sending them off with blessings, you know. Some of these cycles or some of these karmic relationships we ended may have been a permanent ending, depending on what happened and depending on the conditions. But some of the other karmic situations, and this could be romantic or friendships, it could just be a pause. Maybe you all just need to take a few months apart to figure things out, to sort yourselves out, and to up-level yourself energetically in order to come back and reestablish that friendship or reestablish that relationship when conditions are better to support it. So that's another way of looking at what's happening with these cycles that we're going through. Yeah, because not all relationships have to end permanently. They just have to have space to grow and up level. And as long as people are meeting you energetically, because if you're up leveling and they can do that with you, perhaps in their own time, but if they can meet you where you're at, you're going to have harmony. You're going to have harmony in that relationship. Okay? So that's just something to think about going forward. Crowning is you have the 15 card. This is conditioning. Yeah. So it's upside down reverse because you're out of alignment with your power. You're out of alignment with who you are, and when you're out of alignment with your true self, Capricorn. Okay? I'm going to show this card upright. So what's happening here is you have this magnificent lion sitting amongst a gaggle of sheep. And he knows he's different because the sheep have told him, hey, you don't look like us, but let us help you. Let us help you look more like us. Let us help you fit in, you big old ferocious lion. Let's make you less scary. Let's make you more docile. We're going to tie some wool across your back, and that'll help you blend in a little bit better. Okay, so that's what happens when we listen to societal pre-programmed thought. This is what happens when we listen to external sources and let those sources mold us, shape us, influence our identity, influence our truth, influence how we show up in our lives. The message here, this is reversed. The message here for you all, Capricorns, is for you to understand you are not that sheep. You are a magnificent lion, and now is a time for you to shed all the falsity that you've been told all your life and to get into alignment with your truth so you can emerge as the magnificent lion that you are, the magnificent leader that you are meant to be, and to take control of your new life. Yeah, this is all about you redefining yourself and writing your own narrative. Who do you want to be in this next cycle, Capricorn? That's the big question. And you have the power to create that. You've got the source card. This is all about creativity, creative energy. This is what sparks movement in lives. Big movements. You know, anything from motivating you to get up in the morning to go to work to taking inspired action to change your life. Okay? So you've got that here for you. You just have to harness that energy, tap into it, because it's there, right? So this is all about mastering your thoughts. Master your thoughts. Write your own narrative. Get truthful and honest with who you are. Release this past. Quit crying over the 3 cups that are in front of you and look behind you. You've got 2 other cups full waiting for you to notice them. And you don't know what those 2 other cups are going to bring, right? Because you're too busy crying about the past. So turn around, look towards the future, and see what those 2 cups have to offer you. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. So I think that's the takeaway from what we've got here. I'm going to pull some clarifiers with the Untamed Truth Oracle deck. Oh God, everything's falling. Partnerships, reversed. Yeah. Which isn't surprising, because you're too busy being attached to something that ended, you know? You're going into the unknown. And I think it's freaking you out a little bit. But that's okay. Because once you go into the darkness, you emerge enlightened on the other side. You emerge in light and enlightened. This can feel a little bit chaotic. But just know that out of chaos breeds order. Okay, so a new order for you is being established. Okay. Love. Reverse. Yeah, I feel like what you're clinging to is a broken heart, past relationship, a partnership. Your heart chakra is closed. You have connections. This is about working on your connections, not only with other people, but with yourself. Learning to love yourself first before you can love others. Learning to know who you are so that way you can show up authentically and not be wrapped up in that fake sheep's wool. It's connecting with yourself. You just need one more. Oh gosh. Yes, fire energy. A lot of fire energy for you. Came in upright, which is a good thing. Because all this energy, again, you have 4 cards that are fire. You have the Source, which is the Ace, reversed. 8 of fire. You have the Knight of Fire, reversed. And then this card came in for you upright. Yeah. So this is definitely an indicator or a sign saying, hey, get excited, get inspired about your life. Find what you're passionate about. Find what motivates you. Find what's going to bring that spark back into your life and make it grow. Make that small spark turn into a roaring fire for your life. Passion for your life. What is that? What is that spark of inspiration? That's what you're searching for. Yeah, but you don't know. Because you have to go into your dark period right now. I think you're in between cycles. You definitely ended something, but I don't think your new cycle has started yet. You know, the energy is shutting down for the new energy to start, and there's a lull. And I feel like that's where you are right now, Capricorns. I really do feel like you're in a gap period, getting ready to go into this unknown, so that way you can come out into your new life. Ready to embrace the new life, ready to release the love and open your heart chakra, because I feel like this is a closed heart chakra. Okay, so bottom of the deck is be brave and stay wild. It's reversed, but I think it's a good message for you. We'll turn it up right so you can see it. Yeah, be brave and stay wild. This fire energy is all about having courage, bravery. It's all about leadership, taking control of your life. Yeah. Getting excited about your life. Absolutely. Okay. So next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull from the Rebel Goddess Oracle deck. We're going to see what comes in for you all right now. And this is a cool deck. It has really beautiful imagery on it, and it has beautiful messages of inspiration and guidance, and hopefully it's popped, and there's another one that came out. Yeah, so one more. But yeah, beautiful messages of inspiration, beautiful inspiring imagery. So I hope you enjoy these cards. Yeah. Okay. So this one's sort of a question. What do you feel? You have a woman who's weighing a decision between apples and oranges. How do you feel about that? And she's looking up at the moon for inspiration and guidance. We have a full moon coming up in May. That's the Scorpio full moon on the 18th of May. And that's going to bring you a lot of introspective energy to really look at what's going on in your life now that you've ended cycles and timelines have collapsed. Now it's time for you to assess, where are you right now? What do you feel? Absolutely, okay? So that's something for you to keep in mind as you move forward through the great unknown. I think that's actually what you should be asking yourself as you're going through this dark energy, this unknown period. What do you feel? And this is a great way to check in with your intuition. It's a good gut check. By you asking yourself, what do you feel, is moving you out of here and into your heart space, which is exactly what the Zen master is instructing you to do. Get out of here, get into your heart space, follow your intuition, follow your gut. What do you feel? Very important question for you all right now to be asking that. And this is after the storm. Yeah, I think this is where many of you all are at right now. You just weathered the storm. And now it's taking stock of, okay, what's left? Where am I? What am I going to do? What's next for me? Again, go back to that question. What do I feel? Okay. Up next is relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. Yeah. So you're going to emerge through this dark period. Again, you got this card that these other cards are playing off of, right? So I don't know if you can see the woman clearly, but she, yeah, there's her face. She's looking up in awe, fully inspired and enraptured in the light that's surrounding her. She's totally naked, vulnerable, but unafraid. She's unafraid of the light that's going to be shining down upon her. And this is the light of the divine. This is the light of your guardian angels and your spirit guides to let you know that you are fully supported right now. That what happened in the past, what happened with ending the timelines, needed to happen in order for you to ascend, to grow, to step into your true power, to define what your new narrative is, and to move into your new truth and your new cycle, right? This is all about setting you up to co-create your manifestations. What is it that you want in your new life, this new cycle? That's the question that we're all trying to answer for ourselves. So if you recall, I'm going to use this analogy. I've been using this analogy through all the signs, but it's all about kind of explaining the law of attraction and sort of explaining our journey from where we started in January of 2019 to where we are today. So in January, we all set our New Year's resolutions and our intentions, and we harnessed the energy of the supermoon, and we said, you know what? This is what I want to call into my life for 2019. I want X, Y, and Z. And I'm going to use the analogy of a house, okay? So you told the universe, I want this house. And this house can represent anything, okay? It can be love. It can be relationships. It can be marriage. It could be children. It could be new revenue stream. It can be a new career path. Anything that you want to bring into your life in 2019, because you felt that having that quote-unquote house, whatever the house or houses represents for you, let you define that, Whatever that represents, you felt that that was going to make 2019 an amazing year. And you needed to call in and you needed to manifest that for your best life in order for you to have your best life. So the universe in January is like, cool, got it. I'm hearing what you're saying. You want these houses in 2019. Got it. I will start to conspire and move things around to start creating energy and start bringing this in to fruition. Right now, that concept in January is still very much a 5D type situation. February, it was all about us fine-tuning our intentions, tweaking what we wanted, really getting clear with our manifestation. The universe is like, check, I hear you, got those tweaks, including that in our plan to bring forth these houses for you. And again, that was also with the February super full moon. March is all about aligning ourselves spiritually and energetically to manifest, to start bringing these timelines in from the 5D into the 3D, starting to have these crystallize, right? Whatever this house means to you, it could be a new job, it could be a new career. So maybe at that point, in order to help the crystallization process, maybe you're updating your resume. Maybe you're starting the job hunt, the job search, and you're starting to put feelers out there, right? That's taking inspired action. That's starting to set the conditions to start bringing in this 5D manifestation idea down into the 3D, okay? But in order for you to create, in order for that 5D house or houses to come in, you need to create the space and you need to set the conditions. And for many of us, we had too much clutter from the past. A lot of cycles had to end, a lot of timelines had to collapse in order to create the space required to bring in the house or houses that you want, what you said you wanted back in January. Okay, so the universe is like, all right, got it, I'm going to help you out. So with your alignment and with your intuition, you know or you knew where your friction points were and what was no longer serving you. Certain people were no longer serving you. This is romantic partners, this is friends, this is family members, right? Maybe certain career fields were, or certain job wasn't working. It's like, you know, I need a new position. I don't want to leave the company, but is there something new within the company? And you start, you know, moving around and making that happen, creating the space to get out of negative energy, to be in an environment that's going to be more conducive and supportive to your career goals, if that's one of your houses. So that was March. March was about starting to set the conditions here in the physical to allow those timelines to come in from the 5D and to integrate. April was all about spring cleaning. Oh my God. So April's like, oh cool. Yeah. So yeah, you started to set the conditions. However, there's still some remnants and residue of the past. Things you haven't quite created enough space to allow these houses to come in. So I'm going to help you out. We're getting rid of all that. And really, you know, April, whether we liked it or not, the universe set the conditions to where many situations came to their natural conclusion. No matter how much we resisted, no matter how much in denial we were, no matter how much you tried to manipulate the situations to prevent the ending from coming, but you know what? It came. Those endings came. In whatever form it needed to come in. And it's all dependent upon what type of house or houses you're trying to manifest. Because there needs to be space cleared to allow the new to come in. You can't bring in anything new into clutter. You can't. You can't bring in anything new into something that's old and dying and decaying. You can't. So that's what April was all about. And there's certain groups are approaching this situation in unique ways. There's a group that's like, hell yeah, clear that crap out. Let's move on. I want those houses because I know it's going to be better for me. So there's that group who's thrilled and enthusiastic about this new cycle that's happening. They couldn't say goodbye to the past fast enough. Good riddance. The past is really in the past. They are not even worried about it. They are focused on manifesting those houses and bringing that in and helping the crystallization process here in the 3D. They're taking inspired action now. There's another group that's still that still has a lot of hurt, that still has a lot of healing to do because of the major release. And that's okay. Just honor where you're at, but just understand that you can't cling to the past. You have to let go of that attachment in order for you to up-level and ascend in your new journey, in your next cycle. The universe will delay those houses from coming in for you if you're not ready. It will. It'll either delay it to later in the year or push it back to next year or so forth. However long it determines that, or actually you determine how long it's going to be out there. It's all about you coming into alignment with what you want and meeting what you want energetically. And if you're vibrating at a lower energy and the houses that you're calling in are vibrating up here, it's not going to work. And that's where law of attraction comes in. It's all about your energies matching. And those of you who are ready, they're like, hell yeah, bring it in, I'm ready. Boom. They will manifest what they want real soon, within the next month or so. Those of you who need more time, that's okay. The universe will be like, all right, I'm just going to delay. We're going to let you grow. We're going to let you fix yourself. And just meet us. And when you're ready, we'll bring it in. Another course. And then those of you are just so far out of alignment right now. You're so much in your feelings and, looking back at the past and living in the past and just really remaining attached to that. And it's like, no, you have to let go of that. Detach yourself and open yourself to the universe in blind faith and trust. Because when you're in a state of surrender and trust, you're in an energy space of love and gratitude. And that's going to help you ascend. That's going to help you heal all of that. It's going to help you heal your heart chakra. It's going to help you release the past. And it's going to help you ascend into your new life. You just have to trust and give it a chance. But it's all about energy. It's all about where you're at. So ask yourself, are you vibrating at the energy level that what you want, that your house is? The answer is no. Then what can you do to fix that and to continue to up-level yourself? It's releasing the past, releasing attachment. Also, it's releasing attachment to outcome, because that's another way to delay things. It's about becoming so fixated on, oh my God, my house is coming in. It has to come in this manner. It has to be this color. It has to be, on this particular date. And this is how it has to happen. It has to happen this way. Can't do that either, because that's another way to push it back. It's another way to repel it. It's another way to delay your manifestation, because you're not trusting that the universe is going to bring in what you asked for. You're dictating, you're controlling, you're manipulating, and you're doing that from a place of fear. Trust that the universe knows exactly what you want, and it's going to bring it in a way that you probably didn't expect it. And it's probably going to be a better version of what you envisioned for yourself. Okay? So that's sort of my little spiel about the house analogy and what it is that we're doing, for 2019, what we started back in January and where we are today. And May is all about restructuring. It's all about laying that foundation. It's about creating the new, thinking about what the new is going to look like. And some of you who are further along on your timeline have literally laid the foundation and are starting to erect the framing of this house or houses, right? Maybe you've already applied to that job. Maybe you've already started your business. Maybe you've already done the outlines and schematics for your new business. Maybe you're taking it outside of a conceptual idea to something that's a little bit more tangible and maybe making a prototype of something. Yeah. So that is taking inspired action, and that is taking steps to crystallize your quote-unquote house, whatever that house is. Those of you who are interested in a relationship, maybe you're trying online dating for the first time. Maybe you're creating your profile. Or maybe those of you are updating your profile. You know, those are small, inspired steps to take to start crystallizing, to start calling in those houses and bringing them down here to 3D, to where they're tangible. Okay? But this isn't going to happen overnight. This isn't going to happen by 1 January. No, 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 no. You're just laying the groundwork. You're setting up the framework for this to grow, to bloom, and to blossom into what it's supposed to become. And this is going to happen over the summer months, June, July, August. July is going to be a big month. We have a major eclipse coming through. It's going to be big, right? It's going to be just like the lunar eclipse we experienced in January. It was huge, huge energy. We're going to have another one in July, solar eclipse. Big energy. Okay, so start gearing up for that. Start thinking about how you want to harness that energy and how you want that to propel your plans. Okay? It's going to get exciting. So we are ending Taurus season on the 20th of May, thereabout, and we'll be starting Gemini season. Gemini brings in its own set of energy. It's a different type of energy. It's more of action-based, more intellectual, more within our thoughts. So we're going to start moving things. Things are going to start happening, okay? May is all about rejuvenating, recuperating, catching your breath, getting grounded, using that creative energy to start laying the foundation. The rest is all about building that house. Okay, so before I start shuffling, this is the Pure Love Oracle deck, and this is just checking in with twin flames and soulmates and just sort of seeing what messages are coming through between the masculines and feminines. But yeah, get excited about your lives. This is so cool. I mean, the energy that we've got right now, it's really something. I mean, truly, you know, I was a little bit skeptical about how quickly we can manifest. And you know what? The minute I released attachment, I mean, seriously released attachment, and was like, that's no longer a thing. And I felt it in my energy field. I felt this shift. I'm like, gosh, you know what? I have peace now that I've made that release. And my anxiety immediately went away. And I want to say in less than a week, one of my manifestations started to crystallize. And I was like, holy cow. Holy cow. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. It can happen, and it will happen. It's all about energy, and it's all about meeting your house or houses on that same energy field, on that same energy plane. It'll come in for you. Okay, so masculine would like to share to his feminine, I'm sorry I hurt you, and I feel that we are getting closer. Okay? And feminine is sharing to her masculine, you are not available to connect right now, but you are in my dreams at night. Yeah. So feminine is feeling closed off from her masculine. She's feeling that the masculine has some sort of barrier up that's preventing his emotional availability. And yeah, he does, because he's sorry. He did something to hurt his feminine. He's apologizing for it now. This probably hasn't come in for you physically in the 3D, but this is up in the 5D level where he is sorry. He is trying to apologize. He does feel like he's getting closer with you. And she sees him in her dreams at night. But he's closed off. So conditions are forming right now to start bringing twins and soulmates back into union. There's a lot of people right now who are out of union, but that's being fixed and remedied. Venus goes into Taurus on the 15th, so in a few more days, and we'll start Gemini season really soon, so that governs communication. Right now, Mercury, that also governs communication, is in Taurus. So yeah, the energy is going to be more conducive to fixing this. And really, I feel like this is a simple conversation. You know, so yeah, whomever feels most motivated can initiate the conversation. I feel like maybe masculine should start that. I mean, it looks like he's the one that has the apology to offer, because feminine feels that he's closed off, that he's emotionally unavailable, he's emotionally detached. But either way, I can see it working out. You know, feminine, if you want to reach out to him and just get sort of like a check-in and say like, hey, how you doing? And sort of see how that goes, more power to you, right? At least you'll start to get answers. You'll start to get clarity of the situation, and you'll start to understand where things lie. So, all right. So there's that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull 3 cards from the Archangel deck. Let's see what comes out for you all. This is going a little long. Sorry about that. I think my house analogy went long, but it's kind of a cool way to sort of explain in quick terms law of attraction and power of manifestation and energy, and how all this is all about energy. Okay, first up, sensitivity. Archangel Haniel, you are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. Yeah, absolutely. Archangel Michael would like to say, you are safe. I am protecting you against lower energies. Remember us talking about low vibrational energy? I am protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and home. Archangel Michael is here for you. You are being divinely guided, being divinely supported in this endeavor. Archangel Ariel is bringing you a message of prosperity. Your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. Yes. So the archangels are here for you at this time. They are telling you everything that's happening is happening in divine timing and in divine order. No need to fret, no need to worry. Let go of the past. Quit clinging to the past. It's no longer serving you. It's not. It's not doing you any good. You're going to do more harm to yourself than good. You're going to block the good things that are trying to come in. Remember, you're extra sensitive now. So honor yourself and your feelings. You are safe. You are safe. Your guardian angels are protecting you against low vibrational energy, and your material needs are provided for. Don't worry about that. Just follow your intuition. Okay? So I'm going to leave it right there. I think that's a great place to stop. Okay, Capricorns. I hope you were able to find the clarification and guidance that you needed, or perhaps some messages of healing and inspiration. Thank you to all of my current subscribers. Thank you to all of my new subscribers who recently joined my channel. Thank you to all the cross-watchers and the new viewers who came across my channel now. Like I said, I sincerely hope that you found what you're looking for here today. Check out my previous content. I have a weekly energy report that was just released covering the dates of 8 through 15 May. Check that out. It has some really good information there. Check out your previous zodiac readings. It has more information about what's going on in this cycle and what's going on with the astrology, okay? I kind of didn't go into too much detail during this reading. But okay, so I'm going to leave it there. Take care to all of you. We'll see you next time. We'll see you in June. Good luck. Take care. Bye-bye.